Welcome back to Arsenal News TV, and today we are going to look at Arsenal recruitment team are very serious and keen to complete 1st January signing in the form of World Cup England international and Borussia Dortmund midfielder Jude Bellingham. The Gunners certainly and definitely have a chance to complete done deal. Recruitment team at Arsenal are admirers of Jude Bellingham. Arsenal are admirers of Jude Bellingham, but The Athletic suggests that they would be considerable underdogs for the Borussia Dortmund star if they tried to make a move. The Gunners, of course, are flying high at the top of the Premier League. Mikel Arteta has done an absolutely incredible job at the Emirates, and it seems that they have regained their place as one of the heavyweights in England. With that, fans would be forgiven for considering some of the targets who could now be available to the Gunners. They are no longer having to build their team around one or two superstars, as they did when they had the likes of Alexis Sanchez, Mesut Ozil or Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. Instead, they have an entire group with a huge ceiling. And perhaps they could now compete for some of the best talents in world football. Of course, few players are as exciting right now as Bellingham, and that prompted one Arsenal fan to ask whether the Gunners may be able to put themselves into the conversation for his signature should they win the Premier League title. Clearly, The Athletic highly doubt that Arsenal have much of a chance of landing Bellingham. Dortmund want around £133 million for the 19-year-old. Meanwhile, it is noted that the likes of Liverpool and Real Madrid have been working on a potential deal for some time, so the Gunners would have huge amounts of catching up to do. But The Athletic adds that Arsenal's recruitment team are obviously admirers of Bellingham, so perhaps it would be too soon to rule Arteta's men out of the race entirely, depending on what happens in the second half of the season. Bellingham is going to be a game-changing signing for whoever secures his signature. And with that, Arsenal fans have probably given very little thought to the possibility of even entering the race. He is an unbelievable talent who is already stealing the show on some of the biggest stages in the world. It appears that he is likely heading elsewhere. But if Arsenal get the slightest inkling that they may have a chance, they simply have to do all they can if the hope that they can spring a surprise. Do you know the Arsenal news on Moises Caicedo? You will enjoy this video on your screen too.